I'm through with this job. I'm going to get myself a good guitar, and I'm going to learn to play guitar and do that kind of stuff. Well, here's your first lesson. This is the one Les gave me. It's one finger. It's 3 chords. You play 3 different chords with one finger, so you can sing a whole song. That's G. Just, you know, one thing right to me. It's just like that. So when I was 12 years old, I started my first band. And you go, oh, that's so cute, 12-year-old kid. No, we had a drummer who'd been taking drum lessons since he was 5 years old. He was like Gene Krupa. He was a total pro. He could play a great shuffle, he could do anything, so we instantly sounded like a band. It was really lucky for us. And Boz Scaggs was in that band. Wow. And, you know, we were like, it was 1956. There weren't any rock and roll bands that you could hire. And I was 12, I was in the 7th grade. Had to be in bed by 10 o'clock at night. Had to do all my business from about 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. And I sent out, we mimeographed a letter, and we sent it to every place in Dallas, Texas, where I grew up. You know, every sorority and fraternity, every church, every synagogue, every boys club, every girls club, any place they had live music, which was everywhere in Texas. I mean, it was just all over the place. That we had a rock and roll band, and we were available, and if they hurried, they could book us, but we didn't have a lot of time. And I didn't tell them anything more than that, and this is the truth. I had the band booked for the entire school year. Every Friday and Saturday night in 3 weeks. And so I was, you know, telling my mother, you don't understand, I got a gig Friday night and somebody's got to get me there. I have to be there, you know, like 7 o'clock. It's a fraternity house. It's going to be great, don't worry. And so we bought real cheap suits and cheap sunglasses like a friend of mine wrote about. and you know, that's what you did. It was a cheap suit, cheap sunglasses and ties, and we just walked in there and acted like, well, we knew what we were doing. So Les Paul started all that, and I would go see him play every Monday night in New York City. He played for 30 years, from the time he was about 63 till he died when he was 93. He worked every Monday night in New York at a club called Fat Tuesdays, and then later one called the Iridium, and I would go there to see him play. And one night I went, and he saw me in the crowd. He said, "Oh, Steve, come on up here and play." And I said, "Oh, no, Les, you know, really." And some great guitar player just sat in, somebody like Keith Richards or something. It's kind of, I'm good, you know, happy to just watch the show. And he said, no, get up on the stage. So I came up, and he said, "Well, where's your guitar?" And I said, "Well, Les, I didn't bring my guitar. I just was coming to see you play. I didn't know you were going to ask me to play." And he said, "Well, that's not really good." But he says, "We've got a guitar here you can borrow." And Les's set, like this set here, it'd be as if, like right over there, you know, in that blue spotlight, there was a white Les Paul with 3 gold pickups on it. It was all white. It had gold hardware and everything. It had a little spotlight on it. And I said, "Yeah, you can play that." So they brought it over, and you know, like there was a strap, and I plugged it in, and you go through all that stuff, and I kind of, you know, gave it a little strum, and it was really out of tune. And I went, wow, I'm gonna have to tune this baby up. I started tuning the old G string. That's the one you do first. And got right there. Started tuning the thing, and nothing was happening, man. The old G string was just flopping there. I wasn't tightening up the way I like it. And I thought, wow, this is, and they're kind of going, they're getting ready to go, okay, we're going to do this. It's in the key of A, you know, and I'm kind of going, yeah. And I went, my guitar was really loud, you know, and so I went to turn it down, and the volume knob just kept going around, and the volume knob. And I finally got it. They gave me the Stooge guitar. That's the guitar you give to the guy who wants to come and jam but didn't bring his own ass. He's too lazy to carry his own guitar. Oh. Fortunately, I did borrow one of Les Paul's picks, and later when I got home, I discovered it was handmade and numbered, and it had a piece of sandpaper on it. And I went, well, that wasn't bad. I'll just keep that one. Well, I would go to his house, and he had all these Les Paul guitars all over the place. God, I mean, you never saw anybody that had as many Les Paul guitars as Les Paul. And of course, they were all really good ones. You know, Gibson never gave him the bad ones. So I thought, wow, you know, gee, this was nice. And there'd be one in the kitchen, and one in the living room, and one in the library, one on his desk, and God, 4 or 5 in the hallway and stuff. He never, ever gave me a Les Paul guitar. I wanted one so bad from Les, you know, but I can't, you know. And so he told me that I had to go out and earn it. And let's face it, Les Paul was cheap and ruthless. A genius, but no, I'm just kidding. There were times when I kind of felt that way. I wanted him to give me one so I could say, yeah, my grandfather gave me this guitar, you like it? You know. But I went out and bought one, and this is it. And, you know, it's a beauty. And it's hot rodded as much as it can be. And I want you to listen to it and you know, tell me if you can hear the difference between this and the Fender I was playing before. And we're going to dedicate this tune to Les Paul and all his pals up in the big room. They're up in the big room in heaven. It's like Jimmy had mentioned Freddie King and B.B. King and Lightning Hopkins and T-Bone Walker. You know, and the Everly Brothers. You know, I mean, everybody's there, you know. So this is for all those guys on my Les Paul guitar. It's called Big O Jet Airliner.